Okay, so you want to go it alone, you want to sell your home for sale by owner. Well, I'm here to give you a couple tips here. I've got 5 tips coming to you and what you must do to try and sell your home for sale by owner. Stick around, we're going to cover these 5 tips coming up right now. Hi everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back. If this isn't your first time here, if it is your first time here, don't be one of the 85% of the people that miss out on all the information I'm giving in the Saratoga and the Capital District on real estate. Make sure you click subscribe and that little bell to make sure you get notified of upcoming videos, because I'm doing a ton of videos all about the Capital Region in Saratoga Springs. We cover real estate, we cover local businesses, attractions. So if you want to be up to date on the newest and greatest, make sure you click subscribe and get notified here when new things come in. So let's get right into it here. We're going to talk about, I got 5 tips for you guys. So you decide you're going to go it alone. You want to go without a real estate agent. You want to sell your home. Well, there's 5 things you got to keep in mind here. Let's get right into it here with tip number 1 and make sure that the pricing strategies. You got to make sure you're pricing the property correctly. So you got to know what homes in the area are selling for around you. And a major way you do that is with comps. So what are comps? Comps are basically, they are homes in the area that are similar in size, similar in features, bedrooms, bathrooms, lot size, that kind of things, and within a certain radius. And depending on where you are, how rural you are, you may have to go out further. You keep narrow, but the closer the better. So you gotta know your comps. You gotta know the areas of whatever they sell for, because you gotta price it right. And if you price it wrong, let's say that you price it too high, your property could be staying on the market for a really long time, and at worst, it may not sell at all. If you price it too low, that's just as bad. In some cases, may even be worse, because you're leaving equity on the table. So you're going to sell your property for less than what it is valued. So you really need to know what's going on, because you definitely don't want to sell. If you sell it too low, I mean, you might as well just take the money and throw it right into the fire and burn it, because it's just money lost that you should get fair value for the property that you're selling. So pricing strategies is a huge thing you got to make sure you're paying attention to. Moving on here, we're going to talk about number 2, which is marketing your property correctly. And there is a right way to market your property. You can't just throw it out there, maybe put a sign out in front and think that you're going to sell the house. I mean, yeah, you know, you may get somebody in here doing it, but there's a right way to do it, and it takes time. First of all, you want to avoid the looky-loos. You want to avoid the people who are just coming to look around. They're not serious buyers. Okay, they're not. So there are a couple of things that you want to do to try to make sure you get serious buyers in there is make sure you're pre-qualifying. Make sure you really got pre-qualified from a lender and they're ready to buy and they can afford the house and they're not just coming to check the price out. Okay, one thing you may want to consider doing is reaching out to a buyer's agent, real estate agent buyers. Throw them a bit of a commission, so they're going to bring qualified buyers to your house, and you're going to buy the house, and it'll cost you a couple bucks within the commission, but that's something you may want to do, so you're not wasting your time with these people who really aren't committed and can't afford to buy your property. Another thing you're going to want to do is make sure you're paying for professional photos. Don't take pictures with just your cell phone. If you watched my videos before, I've talked about this before. You want professional photos. You want it to look beautiful. You want first impressions are huge. Don't miss out on the first impression, so make sure you're paying for someone coming in. When I put a house on the market, I pay for a professional photographer to come in, take the right photos, get the right lighting, make sure everything looks good. So we're getting those buyers and they're interested in your hair coming and taking a look at it. And a lot of it, it's a numbers game. We want a lot of buyers, a lot of potential buyers coming in and taking a look at it. Another thing, consider hosting an open house, a couple hours on the weekend, clean the house, make sure it's nice, put some signs, balloons out front to get attractions or get interest in that. You may want a door knock, run around, knock on the neighborhood, let them know, hey, I'm having an open house, come on over. What's better than having a neighbor? Neighbors always want, you know, great neighbors, so they would love to pick the person who's going to move into that house, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Try a little door knocking and get some people in there. All right, number 3, you got to make yourself available. You want to show the house to as many people as you can. You want to get your house in front of as many eyes, as many buyers, even real estate agents when they call them, maybe previewing for a client that they have. You want to make yourself available, do as many eyes as you can, and get them to walk through the property. So be available. Don't skip appointments. Remember, it's a numbers game. So get your house in front of as many eyes as you can, and you'll have better luck at getting top dollar for that property. Tip number 4, negotiate the sale. Again, going back, know the value of your property. You don't want to be a statistic, and you don't want to get lowballed, okay? You want to get the value of the property, which means you need to know what it's worth. National Association of Realtors report that for sale by owners get $60,000 less, and if they're selling to somebody they know, they get on average $90,000 less. So don't be the statistic. Know the value of your property. Wrapping up here, let's finish with number 5. And this is probably the most important tip that you're going to see here. And this is, you got to know contracts. Specifically, you got to know real estate contracts, okay? Know the laws. You need to know the conditions. You need to know the terms that are in the contracts. You have to protect yourself, and you don't want to be taken advantage of. So this is probably one of the most important things that you're going to have to do, and you got to understand these terms and the laws that go around real estate. Take the time now. Do your research. Learn the contract. It may not be a bad idea now to reach out to a local real estate agent, maybe ask them some questions that you may have about it. Let's go back and review this a little bit. 5 tips if you're looking to go it alone for sale by owner. And number 1 is pricing strategies. Again, don't go too high, don't go too low. Know the market. Number 2, market your property. There's a lot of different strategies. Make sure you're doing the correct ones that are going to get a lot of people to your house taking a look at it. Number 3, be available a lot. Be ready when someone wants to come look at it. Show it to as many people as you can. Number 4, learn to negotiate the sale. Know the value of your house. And number 5, real estate contracts and law. You got to know it. So make sure you're getting ahead of it and you know that right now. My name is Chris McMahon. I'm a local real estate agent right here in the capital region. Be sure before you leave here, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. Also click the bell and get yourself notified for when I'm putting out new informational videos. I don't want you to miss out on anything. And if you got any questions, reach out, get a hold of me. Email, call, text. My information's in the description below. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'm always here working for you. And I will see you guys on the next video.